Okay, to be clear, I did already film this video once, but I literally said probably 30 billion times, so here's helping me do less of that. Yes, okay.
Hey, y'all! Welcome to Eden's Bits of Bliss, where we focus on creating moments of joy, happy memories, and connections to yourself and others. My name's Eden, and today we're going to be talking about the new moon. Okay, all things new moon energy, new moon manifestation, new moon tips and tricks. What is a new moon? How do we use it? Etc.
Hi.
Okay.
So the new moon is when the bright side of the moon is facing away from Earth, and therefore we can't see the moon because it blends in with the sky. So the new moon is the first phase of the lunar cycle. So you can think like 5th grade, waxing and waning lesson. It's going to be the first of that whole cycle. The lunar cycle takes 29.5 days to cycle through. So there's a new moon about once a month, which is really cool because let's talk about how we can use the new moon energetically. Aww. So new moon energy is super exciting, super new. It's all about creation.
It's that fresh little zing of energy.
Legitimately the start of something new. Think back to High School Musical. Those are the vibes that we want to bring in. It's the start of the lunar cycle. It's a time to try new things, engage with new people, maybe start a new habit, etc. And really just a time to show yourself some love and hone in on what you want the next 30 days of your life to look like. Remember, 30 days about the time of a lunar cycle. So now let's talk about practices for the new moon. Yes. So I know it may sound a little like,
Ooh, practices for the new moon. Ooh.
but seriously, this energy is already happening, so we might as well consciously harness it and try some new things, maybe some new practices that we can add into our day-to-day. But it's simply all about just showing yourself a little bit more love. So the new moon is, again, a time for creation. So one of the best things that you can do on the new moon is manifest. So what is manifesting, right? Manifesting is pretty much just envisioning and creating the life that you desire. So when you're manifesting, you are journaling, speaking, moving, and creating the things that you want to see in your life. So on the new moon, one of the practices that I really love to do is to grab a journal and just open it up and list out about 5 to 10 things that you want to manifest in the next 30 days. So for example, for me right now, I'm trying to manifest a dream job, right? So I would write down, I want to manifest a dream job that aligns with my passions and gives me a great team that helps support me, or something like that. And then what you're going to want to do with those manifestations that you write down is think in your senses. So think about how that would smell. What would it taste like? What would it feel like? Who would you be serving? What would you see? What would you hear, right? And that can be kind of weird for some of them. So obviously some senses are going to apply more to one thing than another.
Because you're not going to like smell your way to a dream job, but we can wish. So
really what you're going to want to do is just hone in on how that thing would make you feel. And one of the best ways to do that is by looking at your senses. And then you're going to want to try to cultivate that feeling over the next 30 days. So if I want a dream job because I want to feel like I'm serving my purpose, then I'm going to think about what are some ways that I can serve my purpose now before getting this dream job? Or what are some ways that I can make this job hunt a little bit more fun and exciting to where I don't feel so drained? But that's one of the really great practices that you can try on this next new moon. Manifestation and intention setting are always really hand in hand with new moon energy, because again, it's a time for something new. It's a time for you to refresh your energy on all of these manifestations and take the time to really envision what your life would look like if those manifestations came true, and how you would want to feel when those manifestations came through. Again, it's all about harnessing those feelings and bringing them into your life now. And then the manifestations that you write down, they're just going to come to you, right? And with the new moon energy involved, magic is happening. It's happening for sure. And just remember, one of the greatest things around manifestation is reminding yourself that you are worthy of all of your dreams and desires. So just repeat that affirmation 30 billion times and they'll come true. So another practice that you can do on a new moon that's like a little simpler is lighting a candle. So it's like such a simple practice, but when you do it with intention on a new moon, it can mean a lot. So all you want to do is take a candle, and while you're lighting it, just ask the universe to bring you light and love over the next 30 days. Remember, the night of the new moon is one of the darkest nights of the month because you can't see the light of the moon. And so by lighting this candle, you're bringing light to that night and asking the universe to bring light to every single day, night, and moment over the next month. So that's a pretty simple practice, but can mean a lot when you do it with intention and consciousness. Another practice that you can do on a new moon is taking a cleansing bath. What I like to do when I'm taking a cleansing bath is take some Epsom bath salts, or if you're more of like a bubble bath person, totally do that, bath bomb, whatever the vibe is. And you're just gonna wanna really
set the mood in your bathroom or your bathtub, and bring in those crystals, bring in those candles, light it up in there, put on some good music, Good Days by SZA vibes.
right? And you're just gonna really want to close your eyes when you're in the bath and envision all the negative patterns, people, habits that might have come to fruition over the last month melting and washing away from you, right? You're clearing away space for the positive people, positive moments, and positive habits to come into your life. And also clearing away space to allow for the manifestations that you wrote down to come to fruition. So the cleansing bath is a really good thing to do before you do the manifestation practice that we just touched on. So the last practice that you can do is really like super flexible, but just showing up on a new moon with the intention of showing yourself a little bit of love.
You know what? I love myself. Even though I look like a burnt chicken nugget, I still love myself.
If you can do that yoga video that you've been wanting to do for a long time, or take 5 minutes to meditate, those are really great practices to just remind yourself and ground yourself into that present moment with the new moon energy. So intention setting on that first phase of the moon cycle can carry you out throughout the next 30 days on a really high vibrational note, which can always be good, right? So those are just a couple practices that you can try on a new moon. Nothing super in-depth, nothing like super crazy, but the biggest thing is just coming into it with the intention of a new beginning, refreshing energy to allow you to thrive over the next 30 days. And again, reminding yourself that you are worthy of all of your dreams and desires. If you weren't worthy of them, they wouldn't be in your heart or in your mind. You were made to accomplish those things, and this new moon moment is a great time to just refresh yourself on that and remind yourself that you are so wildly worthy.
What will you learn?
So you thought this video was over, but I also want to touch on the new moon manifestation kit that we have at Eden'sBitsOfBliss.com. Here's the website, so you can check us out on there.
At Eden's Bits of Bliss, we sell a ton of different activity kits, have it be new moon manifestation, self-care, sustainability, or like anywhere to science experiments. A lot of super fun stuff. We also have a lot of accessible activity videos on this YouTube channel, and then we have virtual events that are uniquely catered to the youth and family that we're working with. So those are some of the things that we offer, and again, you can check us out on this website. And we're also on social media at Eden's Bits of Bliss on IG, Facebook, and TikTok.
The New Moon Manifestation Kit at Eden's Bits of Bliss. With the kit, you're gonna get a lot of things that will help with these practices. You get this little journal for your manifestations. You get some cute like moon stickers. You also are gonna get some crystals. We have rose quartz and amethyst. Rose quartz is great for cultivating self-love and really coming into your heart chakra space, and amethyst is great for connecting you to your highest self and to the universe. So obviously really good stones for the new moon. You're gonna get a jar of Epsom bath salts.
Yummy.
Oh my god, it smells so good. And then you're also gonna get a spray bottle of aromatherapy spray, some guides on the new moon manifestation, and also a deck of question cards to ask yourself and really help guide you through this new moon discovery practice. So I hope that y'all enjoyed this quick little video on different new moon manifestation practices, some info on the new moon. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below, or again, you can always DM me on Instagram and I'll get back to you with a little info. So let me know how these practices went for you. If you have a new moon manifestation kit at home, let me know how it's going. If you don't, feel free to just follow along on your own time and buy these at like your local Walmart, Target. It doesn't have to be fancy, right? It can just be you with like a piece of paper and a pen. But as long as you're showing up with that intention, you're 100% on the right track energetically. So again, thank you for tuning in, and feel free to check out some of our other videos on this channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below. And yeah, have a great day, stay blissful, and stay kind. Bye, y'all.
Hey there.